On 106 FM, DAB and online, this is Jack FM.
Good morning, Joe. It's very nice to see you.
And you?
How was yesterday's show when I wasn't here and Jake Yap was presenting?
It weren't bad.
Who's best? Who's the best?
You, obviously.
Okay, well, that's mean on Jake. That's mean.
But he's probably not listening.
Oh, that's
so it's
true.
okay.
Okay, all right, fine. I appreciate that. So much to talk... Why are they booing Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby? Because of the queue?
Because the queue jumping
Grow
thing.
up.
People
Grow
are
up.
still angry about that.
But they didn't do anything. Anyway, whatever they did or didn't do is not important. It's not important. Mm-hmm. People are dying. People are on strike. You know, people can't afford to eat. Two people that may or may not have jumped a queue. Who cares? That's that. Let me see what else we got on the list. Oh, here's something. Do you know? I'm going to ask questions and you won't. Do you know who Shane MacGowan is?
Shane MacGowan. I recognise the surname. But I think I'm recognising it from someone else.
Go on.
I'm thinking there's a MacGowan that's an impressionist or something.
Alistair McGowan is the impressionist.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't know who
Shane MacGowan, right, was the singer in this in the Pogues. He sang Fairy Tale of New York with Kirsty MacColl.
Mm-hmm. I know that one.
You know that one?
Of course I know that one.
Right, so I'm looking at yesterday's papers, which have been left in the studio, because it turns out it's okay just to leave a load of rubbish and dirty cups in the studio. I didn't know that. I thought it was common courtesy that when you finish doing a show, you take all of your rubbish and your dirty cups out and you clear the studio. I thought that was just etiquette. Turns out that that some people, including the weekend presenters, don't know that. So you know, you come in on a Monday and it's full of crap. Apparently that's okay these days. When I used to work at proper radio stations, that was no.
We're not even supposed to be eating and drinking in the studio.
Not even supposed to be eating and drinking in the studio. But when you do, take your newspapers and your cups out.
I hear you. I think we should blame Will, because I think as his
I blame Will,
producer
totally.
in his role, that should be part of the job.
And who should we blame for Dom and selfie shows? Them?
Their producers.
Yeah, but blame their producers. Anyway, yesterday's papers were left in the studio, and I thought I'll have a little look. And then there's a story about Shane MacGowan. The Pogues legend Shane MacGowan parties with Kate Moss and wife Victoria Mary Clark at his art exhibition, right? Mm-hmm. I'm reading it, I'm thinking, what? Shane MacGowan died 10 years ago, right? And I remember him dying. I remember it.
Yeah.
So I Googled it.
Yeah.
Shane MacGowan's still alive.
So he didn't die?
No.
Was it one of those things where Twitter thought he died and then everyone just jumped on it?
I remember him dying.
Yeah.
I remember the news story. I remember it being on the telly, you know.
Yeah.
Picture of Shane MacGowan, the lead singer with the Pogues, has died today through complications, because he was a big drinker.
Right.
Before he died. Through liver complications. Yeah. I remember it happening.
What's gone on there then?
Have you heard of the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Where,
from you, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's where you remember... It's based on Nelson Mandela, because a lot of people remember Nelson Mandela dying, but he didn't die. And so the theory is that we kind of slip between dimensions, realities, and that in my timeline, yes, Shane MacGowan actually died. Mm. So I think it might be that.
See, I thought one of the hairy bikers had died, but I think they're both still alive.
Whoa! They are both still alive.
Yeah, they are.
Because I heard an advert with them. When did one of the hairy bikers die, and what killed him?
Oh, years ago. I couldn't tell you though. Probably a bike accident.
Oh, wow!
But that's weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
I brought it up at some point, and someone said to me, "No, they're definitely both alive," and I was like, "They're not. One of them died."
This is great. Okay, well, this is today's phone, and we're going to tread carefully because I don't want it to be offensive or upsetting to anybody. But who do you think? Who do you think? Who do you think is dead? Should we start with that, or is that no? Who do you think is dead but is alive? 01865 575 106.
Hopefully, there's an interesting story for it. You know.
Well, yeah.
Not just a name.
Debbie McGee, thanks for your call. Hopefully.
Is she still alive?
She is still alive, okay. Yeah. I did Ready, Steady, Cook with her.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, God. And she didn't make her own hummus. I made my own hummus. Ross is straight in. Good morning, Ross.
Yeah, I was watching the webcam at the weekend, and Will was sitting there. He had fags on the go, cans of lager, munching out on Doritos. That's his fault. He was reading the newspaper, feet up on the desk. That's his fault. But don't say I told you.
I won't, Ross Moxon. Ross, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you say munching out?
Munching out, yeah.
Munching.
Munching.
No.
M-U.
You didn't say munching. You said munching.
Oh, yeah, I said, did I? I did say munching, yes. I was trying to be hip and cool.
We're hearing a man melt. Ross, thank you very much for grassing up Will. That's appreciated.
Any day.
Here we go. Thank you very much. All right, Joe. So the phone-in is people you thought were dead, but they aren't, plus have an interesting story attached to that. Joe, thank you very much indeed. 01865 575 106. You can text 81400. Start your text with the word Jack. I'm not supposed to play my own songs, but if Dom gets away with it, I'm going to get away with it. Here are the Pogues, but without Shane MacGowan. I love this song so much.
You're a fanny. You're a fanny.
I was about to be dead smooth then, and I blew it, and now I'm going to be smooth.
I once saw a girl, or should I say, she once saw me. I once met a girl, or should I say, did she greet me?
That's not the words.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening on Jack FM. It's what's known in the trade as a breakfast show, but we traded it for these magic beans.
You're a fanny.
Your examples of the Mandela effect, and who did you think was dead, and then you found out they were alive? Seriously, I remember 7-8 years ago, I remember the news coverage of Shane McGowan's death. He's still alive.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening on Jack FM. If this doesn't wake you up, we can't help you.
Morning, dear listener. It's just me, it's just Joe today. Will's having his birthday somewhere. Lots to talk about. 01865 575 106. You can call in about anything. Good morning, Smudge.
Good morning, mate. Happy birthday.
It's not my birthday, it's Will's birthday, and he's not here.
Oh. Well, happy birthday to Will. What's up? It's Friday. Come on.
Are you high?
I'm high on life.
Yeah,
Ian.
it's the best way. Take a big old. I tell you what, both of us. Let's take a big old drag on that on life, and let's just let those endorphins run wild. Here we go. Hold it.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, flipping heck, man! I'm now so high on life. Love it.
Oh yeah, it's like when the Beatles were singing that song and they did that little.
Oh. Good.
I'm in the grip barn.
You're in the what?
I'm in the grip barn.
Oh, I thought you said something else, and it sounds like the worst sex club ever. Okay.
No, I'm a gritter.
He's a gritter. Well, we started gritting yet? It feels a little early.
I once phoned up a radio presenter called Tommy Boyd. Do you remember him?
I do remember him. A weirdo, yeah.
And I told I told him I was a gritter. He said, "You're a Christian." I said, "No, I'm a gritter." Everybody's mishears me. What's going on?
Isn't it funny? So he misheard gritter as Christian. I heard misheard gritter.
Don't bring the party down.
No, sir. Let's keep the party. I'm coming up, so you better get the party started. Oh.
Just have a sip of my tea.
Okay,
right, so you talk about dead people.
Well, I remember about 7-8 years ago Shane McGowan dying. I remember it. I remember reading about it. I remember seeing it on the telly. I remember thinking it was really sad. Well, he's alive and he's only 64.
He's a young lad, isn't he?
He is. So yeah, that's the kind of thing. But as you know, on this show, we can go anywhere. So what have you got for us, Smudge?
No, I've got a story like that. I was in the grip barn the other day, and I was on the internet.
Can you please stop saying grip barn? Please.
That's where we keep the grip.
I know, but I don't. All right, okay, the grip barn. Go on then.
Look, honestly, if you want me to go into the magic of gritting, I will do. But that's not what I thought it. So I'm in my workplace.
Yeah.
And I'm on the internet because we've not got too much on, but we're hoping that it's gonna, we're gonna get a bit, we're gonna be out on the road soon. So it's getting to that time of the year.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm on there, and then somebody comes up. Actors it's like a thing that came upon this. Actors and musicians that you think are dead but are alive.
Okay.
So I went and looked on the list, and one of them was Angela Lansbury, and then later on that day she died.
No, whoa! What? The same day you looked her up?
Well, no, it was on. She was on a list. I didn't look her up.
Right. Well, hang on. Well, you looked her up on the list, right?
But no, I didn't look. I wasn't searching for her. Anyway, she was on the list. But the thing that blew my mind that morning
So the same day you saw her on the list, she died.
Yeah, she was on the list of people you think who were dead or alive.
Okay.
She was alive in the morning. And then I got a text message from the Sun newspaper, and they told me she was dead.
Why did the Sun text you about it?
Well, not like a text, like a diddly-boo, diddly-boo. It comes up on your phone, doesn't it? And you go, oh, it's a news thing. Diddly-boo.
Have they taken her off that list of people you think are dead or are alive? They need to get her off Sharpish.
Anyway, listen,
Yes.
it's not her I want to tell you about. It's Gomez Adams.
I don't know who that is. Is that from the band
You know the
Gomez?
bloke from the Adams family?
The dad?
Yeah, the dad, the black and white version.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Shut up! He must be 162.
He's still alive. I could not believe it. I had to look it up. And he's alive. And I've got to have an interesting story behind it. Many moons ago, I had a figurine of Gomez Adams, and I fired him. I fired him up in the air with a firework.
You did what?
I shouldn't have done it, really, because obviously it's against the firework code.
Do not fire Gomez Adams. Here's the irony. The guy that played him in the movie is dead.
Unbelievable.
What a world, Smudge. Thanks for your call.
Goodbye.
Tatty buys. People you thought were dead that are still alive. And you know what? Vice versa. Vice versa. Strange. I never got the lyrics before about my breasts are small and humble, so you won't confuse them with mountains. That's That's a weird line. That's a very strange... The playlist today is insane. It is absolutely insane. This is Jack FM. Good morning, Joe. No Will today, so it's kind of a nice, relaxed vibe. I feel that the two intellects are doing the show, the two brains are doing the show. So there's a story in the paper. The 17-time world toe wrestling champion, Alan Nasty Nash, is tiptoeing away from the sport. So there's a sport, toe wrestling, right? The 63-year-old legend has won more titles than Phil Taylor in darts or Manchester United have claimed Premier League football crowns. But the toe king... That's not a swear, is it? No. For a second, I thought... Toe king. Oh, toe king.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Is now calling time on his illustrious career. Alan from Stoke said, I'm not as strong now, I'm not as fit. So, but hang on, all you do... What? Hang on, what is this? Hang on. It hasn't all been plain sailing for the Brit, who once broke 4 toes in a semi-final match. Oh. Alan said, I actually walked off the stage, snapped my toes back as straight as I could and put them into a bucket of ice. Oh, God. Toe wrestlers play with bare feet and link toes. The aim is to ping your competitor's foot for 3 seconds.
Ping? What do you mean ping?
Pin.
Oh, pin. Okay.
So if Will was here,
yeah,
I'd say, Will, let's toe wrestle.
Would you?
Yeah, I would say it to him.
You haven't done any warming up, though.
Doesn't matter. I'm a very, I'm live. Very live. I'm ready to pounce.
Yeah.
If armed men came in here right now, I would pounce.
Under the desk.
Crying, yes. Please don't, take her, is what I would say.
Yeah.
So, Will's not here to toe wrestle.
Right.
So what do we do?
Well, I don't think that's fair because we'd be in a different age and weight category, wouldn't we?
Possibly. Are you saying you're not prepared to put your bare feet against my bare feet to see who's the best toe wrestler?
I don't even let my other half touch my feet, so you ain't going near them.
Thank you, Joe.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening on Jack FM. Plenty of waffle, but very little syrup.
I'm with Joe, actually, on the feet thing. Feet are weird, right? Any of you dirty pervs that get your rocks off because of feet and shrimping, don't know what shrimping is, Google it. You're rude.
Jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. Down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening. Terms and conditions apply. Jack FM can't guarantee it'll be rude at all times or awakening.
She's got a lip ring and 5 colors in her hair. Not into fashion, but I love the clothes she wears. Her tattoos always hidden by her underwear. She don't care. Everybody wants to know her name. I do a house party and she came. Everyone asks me, who the hell is she? That weirdo with 5 colors in her hair. She's just a loner with a sexy attitude, and I'd like to phone her cause she puts me in the mood. And the room is spreading round and she cooks in the nude, but she don't care, she don't care. Everybody wants to know her name. How does she cope with a newfound fame? Everyone asks me, who the hell is she? That widow with 5 colors in her hair. She was all I thought about, the girl I couldn't live without. But then she went insane, she couldn't take the fame. She said I was to blame. She'd had enough and shaved 5 colors off, and now she's just a widow with no name. Everybody wants to know her name. How does she cope with a newfound fame? Everyone asks me, who the hell is she? That widow with 5 colors in her hair.
You're a fanny.
Shut up with the talking at the end, McFly. You've done the song, now get out of my house. So I was convinced Shane MacGowan died 7-8 years ago. I remember seeing it. B. Cole on the Twitter says, circa 2007, my partner mentioned how sad it was that Mark Lamar had passed away recently. I queried this, and she convinced me it was true. I then went to work and convinced others that he died, only to find out later that evening that she dreamed it. There we go. Now here's something. I always thought it was dreamt, right? And I always thought until very, very recently, like the last couple of years, that you go, oh, I dreamt something last night. And it was spelt D-R-E-A-M-P-T, dreamt. I still think it should be. So is dreamed, dreamt. Why am I doing it with a P? I'm convinced there's a P in it. The whole show today is the Mandela effect. You remember something happening that actually turns out it didn't happen. I was convinced the word was dreamt. Also, do you remember when your heart used to be on the left-hand side of your chest, right over to the left-hand side, right? That's what I grew up believing. And recently I found out it's in the middle. The heart's in the middle. Ever so slightly to the left. I was brought up it was over on the left-hand side. What is going on? What is going on? Stuff that you thought was the case that isn't the case. People you thought were dead that weren't. I remember about 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, kind of before the internet was really the internet, Paul Weller died in a car crash. He crashed his Mini. And he died. And everyone just accepted that Paul Weller was dead, that he died in a car crash. The word got around. And this went on for quite a while. Because you couldn't just Google it and go, well, he's still alive. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And then word got out. No. Paul Weller is still alive. I've seen Paul Weller a few years ago. I walked past him on a canal. And he looks like an old grandma. Which is a great look. Keep rocking that look, Paul. 01865 575 106 is the phone number. People you thought were dead that aren't, the Mandela effect, or anything else that you want to say. My head's all over the place. I just thought of something to say then and it's completely gone. ADHD, baby. ADHD. I had a lovely day off yesterday. I went and saw Wednesday night. This is why I didn't come in Thursday. I went and saw Neil Hamburger, who is just one of the filthiest comedians you could ever hope to see. Absolute filth. Absolutely wonderful. His routine about Steven Tyler from Aerosmith took my breath away. So we celebrate these people when we know what they've done. We know what they've done. Oh, by the way, we're keeping watch on Liz Truss today. We will let you know if she gets the boot during the show today. It's going to happen soon, right? It's going to happen soon. Can she last out the month? The month? Ken says, I remember around 5 years ago reading Robert Duvall's obituary and deliberately re-watching Open Range as it's one of his best performances. I was so confused when he turned up a couple of months ago in the Adam Sandler basketball film Hustle. What is going on, man? What is going on? 01865 575 106 is the telephone number. Iain Lee's Rude Awakening. Weekdays from 7 on Jack FM.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening. Wake up and smell the cup of tea or something. 106 Jack FM.
You were young and your heart was an open book. You used to say, live and let live. You know you did. But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let
I love a bit of cat bum.
Hey, Jonesy, rock it, man. Knockers are better.
Bazooka.
Purple.
You are a fanny.
I love this. No, I totally disagree with Sex of the Road.
01865 575 106. So you can watch the show if you want. And there are a small but loyal group who do until the internet inevitably goes down here as it does at Jack FM. And, oh, by the way, Ringo's got COVID again. Again. Dear Lord Jesus, please protect Ringo Starr. He must never die. Amen. So you can watch the show, twitch.tv/TLNA. Oh, as an interesting side note, I do a little thing with my friend Catherine. We do 2 shows a week that are for Patreon members. If you pay $4.99 a month, you get to watch 2 private shows a week and access to hundreds of hours of podcasts. And tonight and tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we are doing those shows that would normally be behind the paywall. They are free on twitch.tv/TLNA. If you want more details, find a little website, patreon.com/Iain and Catherine. Patreon.com/IAIN and Catherine with a K. You'd be very welcome. In the chat, someone has just said, yeah, you know the numbers on the toaster, that's minutes. Is it, fudge? It's not. No, it's not. Yeah, the numbers on the toaster, they're actually minutes. No, it's not, is it? Is it? No. That can't be right. I thought the numbers on the toaster were just the level of toastiness, like they go up to 11. On amps, it's not, the strength, it's not the strength of the decibels. It's just a number. It's an arbitrary number. There is no way. Right, I'm 50 next year. There is no way the numbers on the toaster are minutes. Because if they are, my whole life has been a lie and it's been a sham. It's been shambolic. 01865 575 106 is the telephone number. Come on, man. The numbers on the toaster, they're not minutes.
You're a fanny.
Sorry, wrong button. Sorry, completely the wrong button. I do apologise there. Joe, a few things are going on here. Firstly, did you know what the numbers are on the dial on a toaster?
What do you mean? The dial on it goes like from 1 to 7.
Yeah. Do you know what the numbers are?
For the heat level?
I'm being told by multiple sources.
Yeah.
It's minutes. That can't be right, right?
It's not right.
Minutes?
No.
Because I set mine to like 3, sometimes 4. I'm not waiting 4 minutes.
I'm a 3-4, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for... Why does it go up to 6 or 7? That's insane, right?
We need to test that. So if we put it on 1, it won't be toasted then.
Do we have a toaster here?
Yes.
Does it have numbers on it?
It does.
Okay. Are you able to...
do some research.
Conduct an... This is how I said it to her. Could you do an investigative journalism piece on the length of time, the correlation between the length of time it takes for a toaster to work and the numbers?
Can you give me some bread?
What for?
To put in the toaster.
You don't need bread. Of course I can't give you some bread. Why would I be carrying bread? You think I'm a duck? Do you think I'm a duck?
I don't think you're supposed to feed ducks bread anymore.
No, you're not. It's the equivalent of giving them chips. So I give them chips. When did they change that? You can't give bread to a duck. It kills them. It don't. It didn't in the 70s. Don't now.
It might have killed them in the 70s.
That's true,
You walked
actually.
away by the time they died.
Every single duck that I fed in the 70s is dead now. How long do ducks live for, do you reckon?
33 years.
Okay, well, I'm not even going to question that. I'm taking that as thing. So, I'd love it if you could do an investigative journalism
toaster
piece.
test, yeah.
I got. Speaking of ducks, there's a story about the newspapers are getting me so angry today, and this is yesterday's newspaper, right? By the way, Will's left his birthday present from me in the studio, but taken yours.
Yeah, we were trying to get it to work yesterday, and it doesn't. Oh, you going?
Is it broken?
No, sorry. The present from me.
Oh.
The potato gun. We couldn't get it to shoot potato.
Why?
I don't know.
Excuse me. It's never not funny, is it?
I just love that you're your age, no offence, and you still find stuff like that funny.
Joe, farts are always funny, That one wasn't.
Unless you're sharing the studio with someone and they do it.
I don't want to get too lavatorial, but why do we like the smell of our own but are repelled by the smell of others?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So, in moving on. So, there's a couple of things in the papers, right, from yesterday's paper. First of all, there's a story about a seagull that took some selfies. Right? Mm-hmm. But then this seagull has gone viral for a series of menacing selfies he took, right?
With what, a phone?
Yeah. But then you read it, and he didn't take selfies. The person who owned the phone, the woman that owned the phone, had just set it up to film.
Right.
And she'd then gone off for a swim.
Fake news.
So, fake news, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fake news. Do you remember that case when a monkey grabbed a guy's camera in the jungle and took a selfie?
Yeah.
And the guy then, it was like a really good picture, and the guy was selling it around the world to all the newspapers. And then an animal rights organisation, it may have been Peter. It may have been an animal rights organisation then sued on behalf of the monkey, saying the monkey owns the copyright.
That's ridiculous.
They won.
No.
The monkey won. Bearing in mind, I'm a guy that thought Shane McGowan had died 7 years ago. So the monkey won. So the monkey owns the copyright. And I think that means all the money... This guy made tens of thousands of pounds selling this picture. So all the money he made had to...
Go back to the monkey.
Go to, like, monkey.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts, right?
That monkey's living a life.
We're going to play a game in a bit, because you said Kwizzy Kwarteng faces pressure.
Yeah.
I've not been able to come up with a game called for Kwizzy Kwarteng faces pressure. But the other day, when Kwizzy Kwarteng faces the Commons, my friend Scott came up with a good game for that. So we're going to play that after 8:30. I would love one of you to join us, dear listener, after 8:30 to play Kwizzy Kwarteng faces the Commons. But before that, it's time for a little bit of this. Ev. I've got hard evidence that there's stuff out there. Please, you've not even heard it, and already you're belittling it.
You actually missed yesterday where we talked about Tim Peake saying that there could be alien life.
Right.
And that is possibly the closest I've been to thinking, because it's Tim Peake.
Tim Peake says there could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I'm saying there is.
Right.
And I'm going definitive with this article, right?
Right.
Once you've heard this, if you don't go, oh, shoot, yeah, you're right, there are aliens, well, I don't want to know you. E.T. to spark a world war.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting aliens for the first time could trigger a world war, boffins say. They fear the nation that makes contact with E.T. will suddenly become the most powerful country on the planet. There's more. Geophysicist Kenneth Wizian and religious studies professor John Traphagen, geophysicist, religious guy, warned that knowledge of alien technology, quotes, if wielded solely by one nation here on Earth, might enable it to dominate the world. Ladies and gentlemen, no further questions, Your Honour.
So we could just, our country could just say, we found alien life.
Could do.
We know it exists.
Yep.
But then not really have any proof.
Right.
But then just control the world.
I don't think you're listening to the story. Can I do it one more time? Meeting aliens for the first time could trigger a world war.
Yeah.
This is hard evidence that aliens exist.
How are we going to meet aliens, though?
Huh?
How are we going to meet them?
Meeting aliens for the first time could trigger a world war. Say boffins.
Boffins.
What this is saying is aliens are real.
It's not saying that.
It literally is.
It's saying if aliens were real...
Yeah?
There could be a war.
Let me read more. Their report... So these guys made a report. It's a scientist and... God guy. Their report added that controlling communication with alien intelligence could be the biggest prize ever in international competition. They're saying aliens are real and we've made contact.
No, they're not.
What are they saying?
Do you know what? They're saying that if aliens were real, there'd be chaos. And I'm fine. I kind of agree with that.
Oh, yeah, it does say that, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'd read it wrong.
Okay. You're admitting defeat. Really easy today.
I read it. You know what? Yeah, because I'm a bigger man than you are. I'm a bigger man than you are.
Yep.
I admit I was wrong in that instance. In that one instance out of probably 200, I was wrong.
Okay.
You're enjoying that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Smug.
Enjoy that.
Don't swear at me.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening, the episodic breakfast show. It's a serial, you see. 106 Jack FM.
Yo, VIP. Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, crush a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly, when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. You better hit bullseye, the kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Vegas all pumping, quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them if you ain't quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped up tempo. I'm on a roll, it's time to go solo. Rolling, hit my 5.0, put my rag top down so my hair can blow. The girl is on standby, waiting just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by, kept on, pursuing to the next stop. I bust a left and I'm heading to the next block. The block was dead, yo, so I continue to A1A. Beachfront Avenue. Girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis. Rock men lovers, driving Lamborghinis. Jealous, cause I'm out getting mine. Shade with the gauge and vanilla with the 9. Ready for the chumps on the wall. The chumps acting ill because they're full of 8-ball. Gunshots ranged out like a bell. I grabbed my 9, all I heard was shells falling on the concrete real fast. Jumped in my car, slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue's packed. I'm trying to get away before the jack is jacked. Police on the scene, you know what I mean? They passed me up, could run it all, the dope fiends. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Lyrical poet. Miami's on the scene, just in case you didn't know it. My town that created all the bass sound, enough to shake and kick holes in the ground. Cause my style's like a chemical spill. Feasible rhymes you can vision and feel. Conducted in form, this is a hell of a concept. We make it hype, and you want us to print this. Shape plays on a fade, slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade so fast. Other DJs say, damn, if a rhyme was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram. Keep my composure when it's time to get loose. Magnetized by the mic while I kick my juice. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother. Ice, ice, baby.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening is fortified with vitamins and iron. Potentially. 106 Jack FM.
01865 575 106. After the news at past, we'll get the results on the toaster test. Do the numbers really mean minutes? We're also going to play Quizzy Kwartang Faces the Commons. We need one of you at least to join us, because Will ain't here today. 01865 575 106.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening is one of your 5 a day. It's also the other 4 of your 5 a day. 106 Jack FM.
My project this weekend is to sort out some more musical beds to play. So we're going to play a game called Quizzy Kwartang Faces the Commons. And but I need a listener to join us, guys. I need a listener. If you want to book your place for the game after past, 01865 575 106 is the phone number. I don't know. Today's show feels a little slow. Does it feel sluggish to you? Are you feeling sluggish? Are you feeling pumped? Friday shows are normally a joy, and this is a joy, by the way. I'm having the best time doing this. Friday shows are normally... I tell you what it is, right? I've been feeling a little bit weird the last few days. I think partly it's the weather. I'm one of those people that's sad. You know, the seasonally affected disorder. The light changed about 2 weeks ago, and as soon as the light changes, my mood goes... and it won't come back until sort of April, when the light reboots itself. So there's that. Oh, man, I'm watching The Patient. If you're not watching The Patient, you really should be. Steve Carell playing the part of a counsellor who gets kidnapped, a psychotherapist who gets kidnapped by one of his clients. Patrick, stay there, be with you in a second. It's so good, but then the last episode was just about fathers and sons and fathers, and that hits me every single flipping time. Totally does. So I'm feeling a little bit weird. Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning, Iain.
How may I be of assistance to you?
I think you missed a trick when you were talking about the toe wrestling fella.
Please, away you go.
Well, you referred to him as a legend.
Okay.
You should have called him a legend.
Thank you very much, Patrick. There we go. This... I want my mummy. I cannot condone any of that kind of language. We're going to listen to Prince, and I'm going to recite the lyrics as he sings. Here we go.
Club Mix.
How can I put this in a way
so not to offend or unnerve? There's a rumor going all around that you ain't been getting served. You say that you ain't, you know what, and baby, who knows how long? It's time for me to say what's right when all I wanna do is wrong. Get off.
23 positions in a one-night stand.
Get off.
I'll only call you after you say I can.
Get off. Let a woman be a woman and a man be a man. Get off.
If you want to, baby, here I am.
Here I am. I got the jizz from a friend of yours named Vanessa Bed. She said she told her fantasy that got her all wet. Something about a little box with a mirror and a tongue inside. What she told me then got me so hot I knew that we could slide. Get off.
23 positions in a one-night stand.
Get off.
I'll only call you after if you say I can.
Get off. Let a woman be a woman and a man be a man. Get off.
If you want to, baby, here I am.
Come on. Drinking, scope this, I was just thinking, you plus me, what a ride. If you was thinking the same, we could continue outside. Lay your pretty body against the parking meter, strip your dress down like I was stripping a Peter Paul. balls. I'm in joy. Let me show you, baby, I'm a talented boy. Everything about you just screams of a real sexy affair. And that's the way you walk, the way you flip your hair.
You know it's Papa.
Baby girl, I'm all veins when I'm scoping that body real. Betcha I'ma pack a lunch and spend a while there. Oh, get off. So here we are, my paisley crib. What you want to eat? I'm a toy, I don't serve ribs. You better be happy that dress is still on. I heard the rip when you sat down. Honey, them hips is gone, but that's alright. I plucked them that way. Remind me of something James used to say.
I like them fat, I like them proud.
I like them proud. You got to have a mother for me. Now move your big ass round this way so I can work on that zipper, baby. Tonight, you're a star, and I'm the Big Dipper. Everybody grab a body. Get up. Like you want somebody. Ooh, I think I like it with the dress half on. I'll zip it far enough to see the crack of dawn. Don't worry about the bust, I'm gonna lock up every door. Then we can do it in the
How does he get away with it? It's utter filth, right? Joe's up next with the news. And what do those numbers mean on a toaster?
Jack FM weather.
Turning a bit grey and wet around lunchtime, but sunny, dry spells later on. A mix over the weekend of sunshine, showers, and highs of 17. Can you keep it down in there, please?
Sorry, was that donut. Are we done? Do you want to come through? Let's have some fun, right? Let's have a little bit of fun. That's what we're going to do. 01865 575 106 is the phone number. Oh, here comes Joe. So, Joe, first of all, ask you to do some investigative journalism, some undercover work to ascertain what those numbers mean on the toaster. Some people are saying they're minutes. You're right. There's nothing funnier than a seat going down, is there?
I don't like sitting so high.
It's the best, right?
Sorry, what were you saying?
So you we're going to check the numbers on the toaster. Do they mean minutes or are they heatage? So what is the answer, please?
What do you think? What do you think happened in my experiment?
I don't think you did the experiment because I saw you sitting out there the whole time chomping on a donut.
I did do the experiment.
Yeah.
I put it at 1.
Yeah.
And a minute later it popped up.
Okay.
Then I put it at 4.
Yeah.
And 4 minutes later
It's
it popped
minutes?
up. Yeah, it's minutes. It is.
Did you know that?
Nope.
That is
no idea.
Crazy, right?
How have we got this far in life?
You know the worst toasters in the world. You have you ever? If this is too personal a question, then let me know. Have you ever stayed in a hotel?
Yes.
And have you ever paid that £15 extra for the breakfast buffet?
Yes.
No, hotel toasters. You know the big ones. It's like a box.
Yeah.
And it's a conveyor belt.
And it goes round and comes back out.
And it comes out.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah.
Comes out white. Where's the point of those?
I know. You have to put it through like 10 times.
I didn't realise. A friend of mine told me there's a dial on it that I didn't think you were allowed to touch the dial because it's hotel property, but you're allowed to. Those toasters are rubbish.
Naff. Yeah.
So we're going to play. I cannot come up with a game for Quizzy Kwartang under pressure, right? Okay. However, I have got a game for Quizzy Kwartang Faces the Commons. This is from my good friend Scott, who made this T-shirt, by the way, the Anti-Growth Coalition. Jimbo's on the line. Good morning, Jimbo.
Good morning.
So we're going to play. Let's get some appropriate music. Here we go. There we go. So we're going to play. So you're right. Do you want to get it all out?
Just clearing my throat.
Okay, cough it up, chicken. It might be a gold watch. Did your parents ever say that to you, Joe?
I don't know what that means.
Did your parents ever say that to you, Jim?
No.
Cough it up, chicken. It might be a gold watch.
No.
I don't know what it means. Actually,
I mean, they said choke up chicken.
Oh,
but
what?
They didn't do the.
That's something else.
That is something else.
I think it was some. Is it? No, that's with the in the middle.
Okay. All right. We're veering close towards everyone getting the sack here and Jake Yap taking over the show. So you could be a sleeper agent, Jim, for one. It could be a Jake Yap sleeper. So here's what we do, right? It's very, very simple. I say a food, and then you have to tell me if it's posh or common.
Okay.
And then we go around doing that, okay?
Who decides who's right, though?
Generally it's going to be me.
Okay.
No, here's what we do, right? Okay, yeah, I think this is the game. I don't quite know how the scoring system will work, but we'll get there. So I will go first.
Yeah.
Sweet corn.
Well, sorry, what's the choices? Common or posh?
Oh, no, posh or common?
Okay, posh or common.
Sweet corn.
Common.
Whoa, no, you guys! Sweet corn's posh!
No.
What? What?
Corn on the cob is posh.
Okay, I would have said sweet corn was posh because I never use it.
Out of tin.
Tin sweet corn is... Voila. All right, okay, so hang on.
Can anything that comes in a tin be posh?
Yeah,
caviar.
Here's how it...
yeah.
Right, I've got the scoring, right? So, Jim, me, and...
Doesn't caviar come in a jar?
Caviar's going to come in your face in a minute with my fist. Right. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
You do not have consent for that.
Also, I used a phrase that you should never say on the radio. Right. So here's how it works, right? If the other two people both agree that it's posh or common, they get the point.
Yes.
But if one of you disagrees, then the person who says it gets the point. Right.
Okay.
So you both got a point there. Joe, you'll go.
I'm going to say one. Okay. Chicken liver pate.
I said that's posh.
I mean, I used to have it on toast as a kid.
Yeah, out of a little jar.
Are you not thinking of fish paste?
Well, no, because they did meat versions as well, didn't they? Meat paste.
Are you saying common?
I think common.
Joe gets the point. Okay, Jimbo, your turn.
Smoked salmon.
Posh, obviously.
No, it's not anymore. It was posh back in the day.
It's like £4 a pack.
It is
posh.
It is dead. You've seen some of the scumbags that buy that. It's common. By the way, I'm just aware this has been quite classist. What would you say it was, Jim?
I think it's now common and was posh.
Yeah.
Same as what you said.
Oh, okay. This is right. This is how we do the points. Right. So, if the two guessers agree.
I think we need to do a 3, 2, 1 and then say it at the same time.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Say it at the same time. Okay. All right.
Let's just
and
stick to
if
that.
we say the same as what the person suggesting it is, you get the point. That's how you get the point. So we're scrapping all the points. Right. Let's go.
Well, just because I was winning.
Shut up. Right. So I go first, and then we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and you say what it is. Biscoff spread. 3, 2, 1.
Common.
Yep. Okay. So hang on. Who gets? You get the points. Right. Okay.
I'm not sure. Okay.
This is my worst thought out game ever.
Yep.
Joe.
A Scotch egg, but with a runny middle, with a runny yolk.
You going to give us the countdown?
3, 2, 1.
Posh.
Common.
Whoa!
Oh, is that point to me again?
That's a point to Joe. Why? It's got a runny yolk, mate. So that makes it posh. You have to get it from an artisan bakery.
Tesco's do them.
What? Okay. Jim, you'll go.
Goat's cheese. 3, 2, 1.
Common. Yeah, it's common.
It's not posh
So
cheese.
me, you get a point for that. Okay.
What is a posh cheese?
Bishop's finger.
Do you mean a stinking bishop?
No, there's one.
Bishop.
There's one called Bishop's finger, isn't there? Isn't there?
I don't know.
No.
Well, no wonder they laugh at me in my local cheesery.
Cheesery.
A cheesery when I go in there.
Can I get some Bishop's finger? You want the cathedral, mate?
Hey! All right, we'll have one more round because I think everybody's losing the will to live. Okay, so I'm going to say... Calpresi. Is that a food? Calpresi.
Do you mean calzone?
Do I mean calzone?
Do you mean a
Do you
Capri
mean mozzarella
salad?
and tomato salad
Yeah.
with pesto?
That's what
No,
was
I mean a
thinking.
pizza that's folded over.
It's a calzone.
That's a calzone.
Or calzone, yeah.
All right, calzone. 3, 2, 1.
Common.
Yeah, all right. You both get a point for that. All right, Joe, one more go, and then we're going to probably have to play a record, I think.
Okay. I'm going to go for a pear, walnut and blue cheese salad.
Flipping it. I've never even heard of that.
I don't know if that's actually
Never even flipping heard of that. All right, go.
3, 2, 1.
Posh.
Yeah, it
All right.
does sound posh.
So
doesn't it?
let me just add up the scores. Okay, I got 2, Jim got 3, Joe got 4. But in honesty, we're all losers.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Joe!
Iain Lee's Rude. Oh, sorry. Iain Lee's Rude Awakening. 106 Jack FM.
sides. We'll see the bright and hollow sky. We'll see the stars that shine so bright. A stars made for us tonight. The passenger, how he rides. Oh, the passenger, he rides and he rides. He looks through his window. What does he see? He sees the side and hollow sky. He sees the stars come out tonight. He sees the city's ripped back sides. He sees the winding ocean drive. And everything was made for you and me. All of it was made for you and me. 'Cause it just belongs to you and me. So let's take a ride and see what's mine. Singing la 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 la. Passenger, he rides and he rides. He sees things from under glass. He looks through his window inside. He sees the things he knows are his. He sees the bright and hollow sky. He sees the city sleep at night. He sees the stars are out tonight. And all of it is yours and mine. And all of it is yours and mine. So let's ride and ride and ride and ride. Oh, singing la 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 la.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening from 7 a.m. every weekday. 01865 575 106. You can call in about anything you want. 81400. Start your text with the word Jack. They can't all be winners, can they?
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening on Jack FM. It's what's known in the trade as a breakfast show, but we traded it for these magic beans.
There we go. It's 4 months into the job, and July to August, September, October. 3.5 months into the job, and I'm starting to work out which fader is which. I'm just starting to get my handle on it. Need a handle on it, you see. I love stories like this. You don't get... When I was a kid, there were always stories about Jesus appearing in a cheese sandwich or in a stain on the wall or stuff like that. You don't get that anymore, and that is a result of the godless society in which we live in. A vision of Jesus appears on the bottom of an iron, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom of an iron. The apparent portrait of the Son of God, I'm going to be honest, it looks more like Russell Brand. It looks more like Russell Brand. People are saying that Russell Brand would talk any old crap just to drive people to his YouTube channel. I can't believe that. The apparent portrait of the Son of God was shared on social media. The Twitter post by Pastor Alex Love is titled, "Atheists, if Jesus is not real, please explain this," and includes the burnt-on image of Jesus. But some non-believers suggested it looks more like the Mona Lisa, Tom Araya, the lead singer of Slayer, or Weird Al Yankovic. Another wag felt Jesus had no business on the bottom of irons and said Jesus is contractually obligated to only appear on toast. 01865 575 106. Now, yeah, that's the telephone number.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room, I realized it's all my fault but couldn't tell you. Yesterday you
forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now and watch a hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi cause it's never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Bert Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits, you try to hold me but I bust through. Gonna make a break and take a fake out like a sink and they can shake out like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Gonna see the show cause then you'll know the vertigo is gonna go cause it's so dangerous. You'll have to sign a waiver. Can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Threw your arms in the air and said you're crazy. 5 days since you tackled me. I still got the red burns on both my knees. It's been 3 days since the afternoon. You realize it's not my fault, but I'm only too soon. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, and now I'll sit back and wait till you say you're sorry. Chinese chicken, you have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on, with all our maisons. I hope the smoking man's in this one like Harrison Ford. I'm getting frantic, like Stingham Tantric, like Snickers guaranteed to satisfy. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. Okay, I don't make films, but if I did, they'd have a samurai. Gonna get a set of better clubs, gonna find the kind with tiny nubs, so my irons are always flying off the backswing. Gonna get into my Sailor Moon, cause that cartoonist got the boom anime babes that make me think the wrong thing. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of losing my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Dropped your arms to the sides and said I'm sorry. 5 days since I laughed at you and said you just did just what I thought you were gonna do. 3 days since the living room. We realized we're both to blame, but what did we do? Yesterday, you just smiled at me, cause it'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry.
Oh man, if you think the Bare Naked Ladies are just that song, flipping heck man, they're such a good band. Go and check out If I Had $1 Million. Go and check out Brian Wilson. Go and check out Odds Are. Go and check out Stephen Page's solo stuff. Wonderful. This is Jack FM. Did the head of Royal Mail say they'd be getting rid of 6,000 jobs partly because of the strikes?
Yeah.
What a load of old guff. I hate this country. Hate this country. I'm not going to get rid of 6,000 people because of the strikes. What a load of old... Let's blame it on the poor workers who just like to earn a decent... I hate this country so much. And the reason the Tories won't choose Rishi Sunak as Prime Minister is because they're racist. 01865 575 106 is the telephone number. Joe, I don't think I've ever heard you swear. Are you a swearer?
No. Not really.
Well, if you got really angry, would you swear?
Yes, not on the radio.
No, I'm not
around my parents either.
You don't swear in front of your parents?
I still feel like a child and
you're
I'm going to get in trouble.
You're nearly 40 years old.
I'm nearly 35.
And, well, so mid to late 30s. So...
I'm not getting into this.
Okay, well, don't.
Let's not fight.
I'm not fighting. I'm just... It's the number... Here's the thing. It's maths, not opinion.
No, but I know what you're doing. You're trying to push my buttons.
I would never... Listen, first of all, if HR's listening, I would never touch anyone's buttons without consent. Secondly, deal with it, Grandma. So you don't swear in front of your parents. That's brilliant.
Not really, no.
My mum came and saw a show that I did years and years and years ago, maybe 25 years ago, with my friend Mackenzie Crook. And at the end, we sang a really rude song about the size of our dinkles. But it was very graphic language. And my mum was sat in the audience.
Was she laughing?
She was laughing, but it was one of the most uncomfortable...
I bet.
...evenings of my life. There's a story in the newspaper yesterday... that says swearing is good for you. Countdown star Susie Dent insists that swearing is good for people during tough times. If you hit your thumb or you bash... The most painful thing in the world, as we all know, is bashing your knee on a table, right? There's nothing more painful than that. Would you swear then?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Just a light swear, you know. One of the lesser swears.
What's your go-to? Just give me the letter.
The F.
You consider F a light? Is that a light swear?
Fudge, yeah. It's a light swear.
What's great is because I used to, I swear a lot, right? And I try not to, and I'm got much better at swearing in front of my boys, but I do say fudge now, and now my 10-year-old goes, fudge! Like that, which is a terrible behaviour. So would you go, I would say S is lighter than F.
Yeah, probably.
It's a dangerous conversation to have on a thing. Susie, 57, reckons cursing helps anyone who is upset to let off steam. The Countdown legend said, I have, by the way, this is next to, this is in the Star, right? And it's next to The Bluffer's Guide to Bras, right? Written by a bloke.
Mm-hmm.
Today's National No Bra Day, so here is some trivia about ladies' undergarments. And it's trivia about bras. For example, the word brassiere was used in America from 1907. Oddly, in France, a brassiere is not what the French call a bra. They call it le soutien-gorge, and it takes the masculine rather than the feminine. Don't be too worried. The underwire bra was invented in the 19th. So it's interesting facts about bras, right?
Interesting.
Well, okay, it's facts about bras.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, I really think sometimes we've made so much progress in the world. You know, this country, we're enlightened. You know, we're in such a better place than we were 20 or 30 years ago. And then at the bottom, it's got 10 celebrity bra sizes. Jennifer Aniston, 34B. Kim Kardashian, 36. What?
You can't tell by just looking at people.
No, you can't.
And also, who cares?
Exactly.
Most importantly.
That's the most important thing. Who cares? Joe, thank you so much for your contribution to today's show. Excuse me, pardon me. That was vulgar.
That was grim, yeah.
It happens. It's just bodies.
Yeah.
We'll phone Will up in a bit and wish him a happy birthday, shall we?
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll do that, little boy. Thank you, Joe.
Ian Lee's Rude Awakening on Jack FM. A slice of radio toast with just a gentle spreading of We Can't Believe It's Not Better. 106 Jack FM.
Live in effect, and I don't waste time on the mic with a dope rhyme. Jump to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, jump. And I'm here to combine beats and lyrics to make you shake your pants, take a chance. Come on and dance, guys. Grab a girl, don't wait, make a twirl. It's your world, and I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut to move your butt to the dance floor. So yo, what's up? Hands in the air, come on, say yeah. Everybody over here, everybody over there. The crowd is live, and I will do this groove. Party people in the house, move. hit the dance floor. It's gonna make you sweat till you bleed. Is that open up? Indeed, I paid the price to control the dice. I'm more precise. To the point, I'm nice. The music takes control. Your heart and soul unfold. Your body is free and behold. Dance till you can't dance, till you can't dance no more. Get on the floor and get raw. Dip, come back then upside down. Easy now. Let me see you move.
Iain Lee's Rude Awakening on Jack FM. If this doesn't wake you up, we can't help you.